Hi everyone, welcome to your Watch Me First for week 9. So let's see what is happening this week. This week is your first draft of the lit review. Remember how at once we have talked about this over and over again, so let me talk about it again. You submit 2 drafts of your lit reviews. Only the best of the grade of the 2 is recorded. The first draft is your first attempt, right? And so there would be a lot of feedback, there would be a lot of ideas, they may change. All of those things is totally okay. I want you guys, the reason that this is there is it forces you to actually start writing. When you write your lit review, you cannot write an article after article after article. It is the synthesis of information. Okay, so let's look one at a time what I mean by it and other things. We have the template right over here. We have the rubric here. And then what I have put is I have put 2 examples of final research papers over here. And here is your Dropbox. So this is your Dropbox. So let's look at the template first. So once I open the template, so I downloaded the template because it was taking a little bit of time. So you have a running head, which is a short title. The title is a short, like you can get it from your research question, like you can abbreviate and get it from your research question or your research. It generally is not a research question, it is a part of your research question. Your name, department, course number, and all of those things. Then you have the introduction. You can have the introduction headings or you don't have the introduction headings. That's totally okay. You're gonna have 1 to 2 paragraphs or you could have 2 to 3 paragraphs, but you're gonna start off with something interesting. You're going to have a background of it. You're going to talk about the importance, purpose. When I say something interesting, this is formal writing assignment. So think about that as you are working on this. You will have a sentence in there that says the literature review will discuss, share, compare, whatever it is. The literature review will discuss, and these would be the components. Suppose you are talking about impact of take flight on fluency. We'll cover about dyslexia, difficulties in dyslexia, um, difficulties in reading, and then the impact. So all of those would be the components that go here. And your introduction would end with your research question. You will start your literature review. You actually do not need these. This sentence, there would be no sentence below the lit review. You will start with your component 1. This is not a bulleted list. This is a paragraph. What is known about it? How is it known? What do the different researchers say? Component 2. If you have subheadings, then you have level 1, level 2, level 3 headings as it goes. And then you have a summary. Things to remember: no first person, everything is in third person. Tense, either future tense or past tense. I always make it past tense because all of those studies have already been done. You are only allowed 2 direct quotes. Remember APA for 40 words and above as a direct quote, what happens 40 above and below, and how to cite direct quotes. So citations is another thing. In a full page, there should be a minimum of 3 citations. I kind of try to do numbers for you guys to make it easier. But let's suppose you have a whole paragraph and the whole paragraph is 1 citation. That is not synthesizing information. That is a summary of that article. It's an annotated bibliography. You have to say, okay, we're talking about dyslexia. Reading is difficult for students having dyslexia because uh, of change in because of the font or something else. Gupta said this, William said this, and all the rest people said this. It's not that Gupta said da, 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 William said da, 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 this. So that is not called synthesis of information. Okay. APA in-text reference list. Avoid this, which is known as anthropomorphism. This was something that my mentor and my professors actually introduced me to, is when you talk about that this study determines, the study never determines. The study results show you, or the researchers show you, or researchers have stated, results have shown. The study is not a living thing. It's the results that actually show something, or it is the researchers that interpret it. So those things just keep in mind. This is the template for it. Let's see. So here is the rubric. You can see the rubric. Even if you have an incomplete draft, I would strongly suggest you submit it. Yes, I am grading on the same rubric, but know that your only one grade from draft 1 and draft 2 is recorded. Okay, so you can definitely improve on it, but if you don't submit it, you're not going to get a grade. And for this one, there is no point in doing late work, because you're just about to have 2 weeks and then you will have your draft 2. So think about it, those things, as you're working on it. Okay, here is the rubric, and you can see all the rubric that is there, which is going to be graded. And I don't really expect like the drafts 1 would have everything that the rubric needs, right? So I am here to support you guys and help you develop that. But if you don't start it, you are going to procrastinate and then get overwhelmed. So here is one who had done something like this. Look at the introduction, and then therefore the research question is this. And then she also had sub-research question. See, you can see here the references. She has the central idea, and then she says numerous research studies have said that, right? And then she cites one another. Here she has another, otherwise similarly other studies have talked about this. So this is how you synthesize the information. Okay. Another example that I have is here, and this is the same, the outline, the research outline that you had. So this is the developed draft of that outline. So you can see that she is also using different articles and trying to synthesize the information, ending it up with the research question in the introduction. And then she starts with student reading achievements, then what are it. So this is a level 3 heading. She has a level 3. This is also a level 3, and then you can see and here you can see that she's connected the last sentence to the next topic. These are known as transition statements that are helping transition over here. So this is about your lit review. Your lit review draft 1 is due on Sunday. If you have any questions, please post it on the course question discussion board. I am here for you guys. So let me know what questions you have. Once again, I will provide explicit feedback and I will grade it on the same rubric as the final one. But know that only the best of the 2 grades goes into the grade book. Okay, so best of luck, and let me know if you have any questions.